fray in this moral action merely of gathering closer to the Welcome to a prayer vigil, a moral gathering of people from all walks of life from this lovely, beautiful community of Corvallis, Oregon. I am Reverend Joel Miller. I am the interim minister at the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship, one of a number of clergy here this evening to lead us in our witness in this time of global climate crisis. You know, sometimes I know I'll turn on the television or I'll listen to the news or I'll read the media, and sometimes you'll see that there are claims that there is no global warming crisis, no global climate crisis. But we know that the United States is just that. It's warming here and just average temperatures rising all over the earth. This is a crisis for rich or for poor. This is a crisis for young and for old. A crisis for city and country. Our world is warming. The seas are going to rise. The storms will grow stronger. The droughts more dangerous. Food and water become more expensive. And I'm not predicting the future. Now I am telling you this is the future. The future has arrived.
The speech was not going to be very prayerful, but given what Joel just said, it sounds like the energizing speech is what you want anyway, so that's what you're getting. And I got this on cards that I may or may not be able to read here, so we'll see if I can do this with people. So I want to start out with an upbeat quote because the speech is not all that upbeat. So this is the tagline. Thank you. We'll see if this works. This is the tagline on my email. It's a quote from Paul Harkin. It says, forget that the task of planet making is not possible in the time required. Do not listen to people who know. Maybe I better read it. Don't be put off by people who know what is not possible. Do what it needs to be done and check to see if it was impossible only after you're done. I got him off to the corner one time and I asked him, so if global warming really is happening, because you can kind of tell he knew, what would be the local effects? And his response was, well, our models aren't really good enough to tell us that kind of fine detail about local effects would be, but my guess would be that if you're living in a place that's hot and dry, it's going to get hotter and drier. And if you're living in a wet place, it's going to get wetter. So me and my family moved to a wet place where there's no hurricanes. So think about that for a minute. In view of the extreme droughts we've had the last couple of years in the middle of the country, think about what that means for the population pressure for Corvallis in the Northwest.